Hi guys. I'm gonna head out for a walk. Let's see. I'll show you what I look like. Don't think I wore this yesterday, but if I did, I'm sorry. I am known to do that. Um, my friend Alana, Debbie, this is a shirt from her place. Okay, she has a pyramid, or had a pyramid, in Kalama, Washington. Some really rotten people burned it down. So I don't know what's left. I haven't been there since the fire. So, tragedy, all because people don't understand and are totally rude. I mean, it is. I guess that you would think maybe they're vigilantes, okay? Because there was something going on they didn't understand and they thought it was bad, and so then they tried to destroy it. They destroyed a lot that day or night. I don't know if it was day or night. And I didn't mean to talk about that. I'm just saying this is her shirt, okay? And I was shocked. I wore it the other day, and somebody where I was at commented on it. He knew all about Metatron. She's into Saints. I mean, I don't know a lot about her stuff, but she's a shaman. Her brother's a shaman, and they grew up separately. They didn't know anything about each other until I'm not sure when. I mean, it might have been recently, and that's terrible to go through that much of your life and not know your brother. But maybe it's been a while, because I was gone for a long time. I left in 1991. I was around 36. I will say around 36. I'm pretty sure that's about where I was. It's October of 1991 when we left. So I was gone for a very, very long time. And I've only seen her here and there, bits and pieces. But we're still very good friends. We have a lot of history together. And I know she's a wonderful person. But people just don't understand. I'm not even sure if she really understands the gifts from God unto his children. I have gifts. I have special gifts. And I have met a lot of people up in Washington. And this was back when I used to go out at night. Okay, I would put my daughter to bed. I would have gone through a divorce. I'm single. I'm living at mom and dad's, and my mom and dad are religious and straight to the core. And I'm the black sheep of the family, of course. But I had been going through a divorce, and I was alone, and I also partake. Okay, do things that my mom and dad wouldn't approve of, and so like after bedtime at night, after my daughter was asleep, I would go out, okay, and find people who did things that I do. That's where I shared all those papers a lot. I just made a Facebook post. I'm pretty excited about it. In other words, I tried something. I said, okay, all these different things you can do a video. So I said, okay, I want to do that. And so then I had to give them permission to get my microphone and I don't know what it was, my camera maybe. Anyway, the point is, I was able to make a little video, but it was really short. And I was trying to introduce me and my channel. And then I didn't even put my channel's name on it. So I had to go back in there and edit it. But still, I don't think you see it right off the bat. You have to click on something. In other words, you see more of my face, more of my picture. And then if you click on this thing down there, maybe it says more. I don't know if it says more or not. But anyway, there's something where you can click and then it'll pull up what I wrote. Well, on my Facebook page, I wrote a lot. But that didn't transfer over to the reel. Anyway, the whole point is, people, you need to come to my channel, and you need to. Yes, I know I'm saying you need, because you do. there's a lot of stuff in my channel that you really do. Somebody needs. Somebody in your family needs. And so maybe you will hear it and you will share me with them. Okay? It's not just that I'm going to penetrate you, but I do have a lot of great things to say. And I'm serious. I'm not just full of myself. But no, see, the whole reason for this channel, and I know I've said it a few times, just excuse me, was to share my papers that I wrote so long ago. I grew up in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, okay, the Mormons. And what was the point of that? Okay, there's a lot of stuff, man. I went through hell growing up, and still, if I wanted to go down there, I wouldn't, because, when you're in school and you got a guy sitting across from you and he's giving you a bunch of crap, and he's asking you questions and you're trying to answer them, and then he turns them all around. So all he's really wanting to do is argue, okay? He's not wanting to hear anything. But when you're that young, you, even though you know things, you don't know things, okay? So you don't know how to communicate. Well, now I'm trying to communicate. I forget what I was going to say to begin with, so it doesn't matter. I know that I have to walk. That's what I know. And then I really should find some exercises that I can do. There are those out there. I mean, there's aerobics that you can do and sitting in your chair. I don't know if it's aerobics, because aerobics is moving. You would be moving. I've done some of them, or I've seen some of them. I went and I took what was supposed to be an aerobics class, okay, at the church. I could not do what they were doing, okay? And I wanted to line dance too. They were doing line dancing one day. But I couldn't do it. You need to learn how to do the dance before you go and try to do it with a bunch of people. It just like malfunctioned my brain. Anyway, and then, these women, they were strong. I couldn't do what they could do. And they were older. Some of them were quite older. But maybe they'd been doing it a while and strengthened themselves up. But what I really want to do is just dance. One of the reasons I went out was I loved dancing. There was a place, maybe 1 or 2 miles from the house. And they had live music and the bands were good. Made you move. And I was always on the dance floor. Without a partner. But I was enjoying the music, okay? Totally. I've had a whole audience applaud me before. I couldn't help myself, but I wonder if they do need help over there. What do they do? Every place needs a secretary. Not that I really want to be a secretary. And I'm good with quality control. I'm good with details. I'm good with a lot of things, really. It's just that you find these things out when it's, past your prime, I would say. Oh, was that a butterfly? It was. Butterfly just about crowned me. It flew right over my head, really fast. Anyway, I'm walking kind of fast. I probably shouldn't do that. And I know, I repeat myself a lot. Now, if anybody comes over to my channel because of what I just did on Facebook, and then you see the most recently done first, that would be this one. So, I'll continue on with what I said. I started this little video because I didn't know what I was doing. It was an experiment. You push the button, and I sat there, and it's like when you're uploading something and it goes around and then it's done. Okay, so I'm watching it, and that's when it was recording. okay? So then I got rid of that one. But it's still, I'm not sure how long a period of time it is, but it's not long. I like it. I think it turned out great. So far, I didn't lose touch on there. I said, just go to my channel. I didn't tell them where to go. So anyway, if you've been watching my things that pop up, if you can see my stuff, then you've seen all those videos that I keep sharing. Okay, well, those are to bring you over to my channel. If you click on that, it'll take you over to my channel. And then you need to click on, here's some things, okay? So you click on that. When you get over to YouTube, you're only seeing like a portion. So you've got to open up the app. You need to open up the app so you can see it better. And then that just puts it onto YouTube is what it does. It doesn't hurt anything. And then they get credit for watching it. I get credit, they get credit, whatever. Because I'm not going to see anything forever and ever and ever. Maybe I'll have to say, okay, I have a beneficiary if something happens, to where it goes wild. Because it could. I potentially see, even if I don't know how to do it, but those papers that I wrote, I was pretty proud of those. And then later in life, you realize you were inspired. I was compelled. And the message there, if you listen to it, sometimes they're hidden messages. Just like with Jesus, I compare myself to Jesus. And parables, telling stories. He tells things in stories. And inside the story, you find the lesson, okay? But you have to listen to the whole story. And then you have to think about it. You have to think about it, contemplate. And then all of a sudden one day a light bulb will go up in your head. And you'll go, wow, that's what she meant. But, maybe you'll get most of it to begin with. Especially those who have background similar to mine. And most of us little kids that were brought up in the church, when we get old enough and we're away from our parents, we're going to go experiment, you people. You parents that think you did a bad job. What did I do wrong? Well, you didn't do anything wrong. But we're people too. Everybody's a person. Everybody came down here to learn. And everybody is going to go out. And especially those who weren't allowed to do anything, then they're going to go out and do whatever it was that they weren't allowed to do. So they can see why. See, that's the thing. If you could just, pay attention. But you can't really totally learn something from someone else's experience. I don't know if my dad understands that either. Anyway, a lot of the members of the church think they failed because their kids have gone astray. But you just have to let them. You just have to know that it's part of life. I mean, we don't want them to go out and get hurt. Like I have been hurt so many times. And I'm not just talking about, maybe it's always usually to do with the opposite sex. And then your kids hurt you. You hurt your kids, they hurt you in turn. There's just a lot. So there is another piece of the fence missing. It's recessed back in there. I was looking at that the other day from afar, and it didn't. I see, said the blind man. It's an expression. I didn't mean anything bad. Kind of a deep expression, isn't it? Well, you know what? I just went around that block. Maybe I'll go around this next block over here. I'm going to turn to the left and go straight. My dad always says, turn right and go straight. That's one of his little expressions he likes to say. And if you do your best, the Lord will do the rest. That's another one he likes to say. I'm not getting the rest of that one in my head. First your money, then your clothes. That goes with something else, but it has to do with debt. They'll come for your money, and then when you have no money, they'll take your clothes. That's what that means. I need to get after it so bad. Thank you so much for the compliments, Miss Linda. I think I've got that name right. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. You make me feel good. And it is nice to be appreciated. Those trees are just magnificent. But magnificent trees, those are in the redwoods. That's where I want to go. I want to go, and then I want to go on both sides. In other words, I thought the redwoods were all on the coast, going up 101. But there's a part on the eastern part of California that's got them. I'm thinking it's further down, but I don't know. Have to look at the map again. But I saw it. Anyway, so this thing has listened to me because now I've been seeing some pictures of the redwoods show up. Now see, here's what I'm talking about, right here. I'm gonna just get out here so I can show you. In other words, Nancy Caroline, okay. She doesn't want to mess up her yard right there, see? And these guys didn't either. They got a nice yard on the side. But see that pavement? This is what I'm trying to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they got a lot of pavement there. And then this part down here, they've got the driveway, you know, all the way across there. I think that's great. Some places you don't have that. But they planned ahead for that. And even though they just got the double side for the carport, for the pavement, for the driveway, there, you know, but there's that option to have, at least this one has 3. And if he goes in front of his yard, like, you know, in front of the house, you can put one there. When they're your homes, you can do what you want, except for they have to be within the guidelines. It depends on where you live, you know, every place has different rules. And then these guys have I don't know what they call those, HOAs or something, where they have to pay dues and they have to make sure they abide by the rules and they keep their place clean, mowed up, you know, not a bunch of garbage around and stuff like that. Which is a good thing because some neighbors can destroy your property. By their property being not kept, it takes your property value down. Okay, so look at those dark leaves. I think those are supposed to be like that though. Those purpley ones. Burgundy, purple, green. They're green. And then I think they got burgundy going on, like a deep one. And then here's one of those little teeny trees. I wonder if it had leaves on it or if it is just dead. Huh. I'll show you. Let's see, can you see it? I can never tell for sure if I'm showing you. That's weird. I can't really go over there on the grass. It's got a weird, I don't know. You know, because I saw that other tree that was so weird looking around the corner. Okay, now where have I gone to? Yeah, I got to go that way. Hey, yeah, hey. So far away, man. I love you. Okay, now what is that? Really. Someone thought they needed to put an anarchy sign down there. I'm not sure if that's really what that is, but it looks like it to me. Circle with an A in it. But it looks like it was scratched into the sidewalk. Huh. Hey. Yeah, my hair is pretty thin. I gotta do something about that. And somehow I need to keep my hands out of it. I keep rubbing my hands through my hair. I don't see too many of them come out. It's just, I'm gonna do a coconut oil treatment on my head, my scalp, and my hair. I think I'll leave it in all day long. And I found a shower cap. One that's in a box, you know, a little one. Probably came from a hotel or something. It's okay over there. He stopped. I'm surprised. I think they do just want to have some communication. That's really a nice looking tree, okay? Even though it's sporadic, meaning the branches are probably on one side, most of them. And that was pretty too. But it does have dead pine needles. I wonder if they need to be took off. You know, like a rose bush or something? Or like a petunia, where you dead bud it. Okay, this is the right road. But I do need to walk as long as I can. Okay, so I'm not sure what that one is called. I think someone said something about a Chinese maple. Well, look at that. Can you see it? It's okay, baby. It's okay, y'all. You can see through the fence. They got their tails wagging. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, I showed you guys these from across the street yesterday. See these right here? See the porch up there? Then you got these bushes going along here. I'm gonna go around the side here. It's okay, guys. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just taking movies. But see, that's giving them a good shade and privacy. I think it might be a little too close to the house when it gets older. And you know what? I think I better, where am I? I better go to my sister's house. I think I need a drink or something. I get this pain in my chest. And sometimes I've had a pain go down my throat. However, that hasn't happened in a way long time. But lately I've been getting a pain in my chest and I haven't been eating right. And see, part of that can be that, not eating right. Not eating, so it's eating me. You know, your body has to eat something, right? So I need to do something about that. But the other thing is, I have found that I must get gas caught up in my chest and I'll need to burp and I can't. And so it hurts. And that reminds me of what a heart attack probably feels like. But in the meantime, I have found if I get a carbonated drink, you know, like if there's one in the house, I can take a couple of swallows of that, which is going to make you burp. It makes me burp and I feel better. So that's just a tidbit for you people. Some of you might not have discovered that yet. But carbonated drinks can help when you have that situation going on. Okay, so I'm in the house. I'm going to turn on the light. The other light. Take off my glasses. Okay, what am I gonna eat, huh? Tell me. There's a biscuit over there. Now, venison. I've got a tomato, and I've got bacon. Oh, so I'll give you another tidbit. You know, I never went to places, I never really bought that much stuff. Food is a luxury, you know. But going to Costco, not bad. Going to Winco, excellent, because you don't have to buy in bulk to get the real good price. So let me find the Winco around here so I can find it when I have my car. I will have my car before the end of the month. But I've got to figure out. See, I need to call them and find out what will it cost to license this car. Or can I just get a title and let it sit in the driveway? You know, bring it over here, and then we'll go down and exchange the plate. I don't know how that would work, because she has to take the plate. But I know that when I bought the truck from my brother, I went in and titled it. I just titled it. And so therefore I didn't have to have the insurance yet. And I didn't have to pay for registration, which was quite expensive. So I'm hoping, if nothing else, I will just get the title done, if I can't afford to get the rest yet. And then hopefully I'll be able to do that by the 1st. It's just these treatments, you know, they have to be every 28 days. So if I'm going to travel, I need to travel soon. So I need to not be postponing things, because winter's coming. I hate that. Especially living up where winter comes early, or I mean faster or something. I do need to eat. I feel like I need to eat. So, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to say, it's been a nice day. No, the day has only begun, but still it's 2 o'clock already. It's amazing how fast time goes. So, I do spend a lot of time on here, but I don't consider it wasting time, even if I'm nonsensical sometimes. I think it's fun to be nonsensical, okay? Don't be so literal all the time. Well, I do have a problem with being literal. I do take people at their words, and they might not mean them, because they're not being literal, but I'm taking them literal. So you gotta clarify that. Anyway, so I do. I'm going to eat so I don't get sick. And then I'll come back, maybe. Before the day is out, I'll come back anyway, okay? One way or the other. And I do want to start having some good things. For those of you who want scriptures, there's some really trippy scriptures that you're not going to find unless you let someone show you. I found it comical, okay? And I shared it with people, but I don't think I can tell you where it's actually at. There's a scripture, and it's in the Pearl of Great Price. I know that much. Okay, it's in the Pearl of Great Price, and I believe that it is in Moses, okay? But I'm not positive. I need to go look that up. But Jesus is telling them, I say that Jesus was telling them, okay? Maybe it was God, but see, I feel like God is Jesus, so Jesus is God of this earth. We have a Father in heaven who is Jesus' Father, and it does get confusing, but Jesus Christ is the God of this earth. Anyway, he was saying to somebody, I can't remember why. I'm going to have to look that up and read that for you guys. He was trying to explain probably to his apostles, the concept that where you have two things, I will say two intelligences, okay? Where you have two intelligences, one is going to be more intelligent than the other, okay? And then he said, I am the Lord thy God, and I am more intelligent than they all. Do you think about the millions and millions and millions of intelligences that have been here on this earth? But he is more intelligent than them all. Anyway, when I was reading that, I chuckled. I thought, that man's got a sense of humor. God, Jesus Christ. The man that I loved all my life. I mean, really, I wanted for me and him to be together, okay? But I knew that wasn't ever going to happen. And then, I'm sure he has his mate already. And it's not all of you nuns who think you married Jesus Christ. No, you might have married the church, but that was foolish. Very foolish on your part. And you priests who've gone without sex all these years, how foolish are you? And those ones who have taken upon themselves to rape boys. Shouldn't have said that, should I? Anyway, people, I'm sorry. Once I said it, I've said it, because I don't know how to take it out of here without stopping the video. There's different things that you look at when you look at rape, okay? Because there can be a violent one, and then there could be something where they gradually talk these kids into it and make them think that it's right and all that. Who knows? Who knows what is going on? But you need to be careful out there, and be careful where your children are. Be engaged. So where was I before I got carried away? I'm sorry. That was bad. So I lost myself. But I'm not going to stop. So please excuse me. I'm sorry. But that did happen. It happened a lot. I was talking about nuns thinking they're married to Jesus Christ, and also the priests who are going without sex. Why would you do that when you don't have to? You can love the Lord your God and still be married, have sex, have children. You don't have to go without unless no one wants you. And if you're so busy at church all the time, you might not find somebody. I mean, okay, this is Mary Lou talking, so don't be getting mad at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, okay? Excellent, excellent, excellent organization. And it is the Church of Jesus Christ. It is Jesus Christ Church. And we, in this day and time, are the Latter-day Saints. And if you look in the Bible, you will see that the members of the church then, when Jesus was on the earth, were called saints. It wasn't that they gave up every freaking thing to be a saint, The point is, we all have a job to do while we're here. And your fellow neighbors or associates or the world, so to speak, if you're famous, like someone I know, everybody thinks, okay, I was going to say everybody thinks you're a god, okay, but you will be. So let's get off of that subject. But in the future, when all is said and done, I was talking to you guys about that, the plan of salvation, the plan of happiness, is where families can be together forever and your seed never ends. And so in the end of this world, and I'm not sure exactly where that is, because, this earth is going to be changed into a holier sphere, as part of a song. This is the earth. And this is similar to, this is Mary Lou talking, okay? Similar to the celestial kingdom, which is the bottom kingdom, which is where liars and murderers and cheaters and haters go. I added the haters and the cheaters, but you know, those who delight in the anguish of others, and I've added that word. See how things happen when you get older? Because it is true, the anguish. There can be so much anguish and a broken heart. And then someone who's taken your man away might not even know what they've got, like that song, Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Anyway, what is my point? The things are, yeah, I was talking about the celestial kingdom. Don't delight in someone else's anguish, is what I said, okay. So then, when we go into the millennium, now this is when the second coming happens, when Jesus comes in the sky and all those angels with him, and what's going to be happening is all the righteous will be lifted up to the sky with him, and everybody else will stay down here. But from what I was taught, maybe it was not true, because it could have just been someone's thought, when we're lifted up, we're going to be watching the destruction below. This earth is going to probably go through all kinds of things, because it's going to change. I believe it's supposed to become a flat surface. So you take those mountains going down and those valleys coming up, that's a lot of destruction going on, don't you think? Think of that one of them movies with the Legos changing shape and all that stuff. Well, the earth is going to change shape. From what I was even read, I think the water is all going to go to one side, and the land is all going to go to the other. I mean, it's all going to be together. There's not going to be a separation anymore. That seems weird, don't it? So anyway, I don't know. I know that a lot of things have to happen, though. And I don't want to be down here when all that was going on. I want to be up above. And I believe I will be. I will be lifted up at that day. When the first resurrection happens. So maybe I got a chance of living until he comes again, but I'd have to go back and read that. Because it does say something about me coming forth in the morning of the first resurrection. So I have to die. Just I don't have to die yet. You know, maybe I have another 30 years under my belt. That would be great. As long as I don't have to feel bad. You know what I mean? Maybe they found the fountain of youth. And I can go back in time. They keep talking about stuff like that. Who are they? I don't know. Conspiracy theorists? That was a long time ago. I haven't seen any of that stuff in forever. All I know is, you know, they've talked about you being able to grow your teeth back. I would love that. To be able to just have nice, young, healthy teeth. Wow. You don't know what you got until it's gone. To be able to eat your food, to be able to chew on crusties. You know, I love crusties. Crunchies, you know, crunchy fried chicken. I just like the crust. And I like the breast, but I don't like the rest of it. Like some people love them. Like they love wings, like there's anything there. You know, you're gonna, and there's nothing there. That's my opinion. I know, it has a different flavor. And the sauce, the wing sauce, oh yeah. Anyway, okay. So, I got water down there. It's actually tea. You have some of that. I didn't add any sugar, but I think it might already be sweetened. And I didn't find any food. See, what happens is I forget about it. I see peanut butter. Okie dokie. You know what I do sometimes? This is for you older folks. Maybe even for you younger folks and you people who are going through cancer treatments and you can't eat. In other words, you just don't feel like eating. And I've seen older people do that before, and now I'm the older. Make sure you have peanut butter. I'll have peanut butter on the side of my bed, especially in the past. I'm not really needing it so much now, it just sits there. But, it depends on your ability to eat and how much you can eat, and if you even want to eat. I mean, you might be hungry, but you don't want to eat. So a spoonful of peanut butter goes a long ways in conditions like that. If you like peanut butter, just have a spoon and peanut butter. That's what I do. So I think I'll do that. Because a spoonful of peanut butter is pretty quick to take care of the problem, which would be the hunger causing sickness. Because you didn't eat. Even when you're feeling sick, you're not eating. Here's a biscuit right here. I think I'll have part of one. And yes, you guys shouldn't see me eat. Because yeah, I'm sure it looks terrible. Because I've seen me eat. Right now I don't feel so great. Yeah. And that's one flake of a biscuit. Because you get the kind of biscuits that's flaky. And then they flake apart. That'll help. Okay. I know. Get up and get a spoon. Get up and get something. But you know what I'm going to do? What was that? Man, I looked in there and thought I saw a bug. So what I got to do is put on my glasses. Take off my shades. Because they make it to where I can't see. That would be something. Okay, what it was was like a gnat. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Willy-nilly. I wonder if I could look that up. What was I going to look up, people? Where that scripture is. It's not that important, and I read it to you guys before, but it was a long time ago. Okay, so on my channel, if this is your first video, I have read out of the Book of Mormon. Let me take this off. Let's see, what did I read out of the Book of Mormon, if I can even remember? I believe, I'm not sure, I might have read the Words of Mormon. That's all into itself. And then, see, inside the Book of Mormon, think of the Book of Mormon as a cover, a book cover. And inside, there's 15 books. Like you see the Bible has all them different books. Okay, this is the Book of Mormon. And it has 15 books. Some of them are just one chapter long, but it's a long chapter. I don't think Omni wrote very much at all, but I can't remember for sure. He only did it because he had to do it, because the records were handed down to him because he was a son of, in the bloodline type of deal. Anyway, I forget what my points are and why I'm even talking about it, so must not be important. Oh, I was telling you what I've read out of the Book of Mormon and how that works. Okay, so the Words of Mormon would be like one little book, one little part. And then there was a Book of Mormon in there. And I think, I can't remember, I'm thinking it's only 9 chapters long. And then Moroni is in there. Okay, so I read all of the little Book of Mormon that's in there. And I think I read the Words of Mormon, but I'm not sure because that would have been an afterthought because I read the Book of Mormon first. And then I read the Book of Moroni. Moroni is Mormon's son. So he took the records after his dad. And they were in battles. They were in big old battles. And they tell about it. And I'm sure it was in the Book of Mormon what made me cry. It was so bad. And he said that he did not even tell the worst of what they did because he did not want to harrow us up. I looked up the word harrow. Not good, people. I mean, it hurts your soul to hear it, that people did that. And I did cry before I was done. See, I was reading it to you guys basically the first time. I studied things all through when I was younger. I went to 4 years of seminary and I went to Sunday school every week. And I mean, from the time I was a teeny thing all the way up until I got married at 17. And then I quit going to church. And I got married though, so I wasn't out carousing and doing anything bad, really. Just smoking and maybe drinking. And in some people's eyes, that's really bad. But you know, when you get right down to it, the major bad things are screwing up your life, marrying the wrong person, living your life in hell because of rejection, because of a lot of things. People, I know these things firsthand, okay? And my stuff might not seem bad compared to other people's stuff, but it still was bad. Who wants to live through that? So anyway, sorry. So I was talking about the Book of Mormon. Okay, so Mormon, see, I definitely will scatter because there's so much. Mormon and Moroni, let's just take those two people and those two books. There's too much, really. But Mormon, let's go back to when he was 10 years old, okay? There was this guy in the church. He could have been an apostle or a prophet or whatever. I don't know back then what they had going on. But he noticed Mormon when Mormon was 10. And he must have known more than just notice, okay? Because he went to him and he told him, I can tell that you are a sober child. He says, I want you to observe these people. Don't try to teach them. It will be for naught. But he was just told not to. You know, they probably would have killed him. And he's too important of a person. He had to live. So Mormon is an historian who was told by a man of God to observe and not teach, to observe and write down. And then what he said, he was only 10 years old, and so he told him, and I can't remember exactly how long, but he told him where this place was, where the records were. And he said, when you are such and such age, 24, he said, when you are 24 years old, you go there. And it was like a box, I think. I'm thinking it was, anyway, where he could get these plates. And he was only supposed to take certain plates. And then he was going to write on those. There was room to write more on those. Plus, I think there was also things in those plates that were supposed to be included in these other things. Now, you'll see a picture of Mormon. It's a rendition. I don't know how you say that. I think I said that right. So it's portraying what Mormon would have looked like or could have looked like. So it's a man of large stature, and it does say in the scriptures that he was a man of large stature because everybody wanted him to lead their armies. Just because he was large. At 16 years old, he was leading the armies to battle. 16 people. Okay. So not only was he an historian, he was a man of God. And he hated war. But he had no choice but to fight with his people. And they were fighting to the death. And they were fighting in your own homelands. They were knocking you out of your homes. They were taking over everything. Picture those things in your head, because it can happen again. They fought for their liberty and for their right to live, period. And they did. It was a bloody massacre all the time. Bad battles until it was done. And it was the Lamanites and the Nephites. Some other tribes had moved in with them, okay, like the Lamanites had other tribes come into their tribe to fight against the Nephites. And the Nephites had other ones to come in too, but they only had a couple, I think. And then there was the Gadian robbers. These people were from all different tribes, and they were up in the mountains, and they would come down and rape and pillage and all that stuff, take all the stuff you had. So you worked all the time getting all your stuff all gathered in, and they would come and take it. That's who the Gadian robbers were. Bad people. I don't have a knife. Anyway, I read those on this channel. And so if you wanted to find those, you would say Mormon, and then put a 1 for the first chapter. So I got to where I didn't say chapter. I just put Mormon and I put the number. And then you would say read by Lou. So that's READ. And then by, and then LOU. On Lose Touch. And when you say lose touch, you need to spell it right. So it's LOU' space TOUCH. If you put all that on the search bar, it'll come up. Okay? And I read, you might even could just say Moses read by Lou, and a bunch of them will come up. And there's only a few. I'm not sure if I've read 10 chapters or not, but I did read all of Moses. I have not read Abraham yet. I was going to. Now, those two, Abraham and Moses, those are in the Pearl of Great Price. And there's some really good stuff in there, because there's things we don't know that are revealed in that book. And that book was probably saved. I mean, the whole book, the Book of Mormon, was saved for this time. And I'm thinking it's the last 200 years before Jesus comes again. And it was in print by 1830. I'm not sure when that 200 years starts. I just know that 200 years is pretty important. So it's not a guarantee. I left some bread in there, so I was getting it out. In my head was that song, you're so far away. I hate that. I mean, for us right now, maybe it's a good thing. You know, we don't know everything. I know you're doing really good things, and I'm proud of you. And maybe you couldn't do it if I was with you. So, I will just think that. I think we're both doing good. And I think our intention is to help our fellow man. I got peanut butter on my finger. You know, sit here and eat peanut butter and bread in front of you. Have to get a spoon and get some of that out of there. But nevertheless, I should feel better. Peanut butter sticks to your ribs. Have you ever heard of that? So when you're hungry, and you don't want to be hungry, you want something that's going to stick so that you will not be sick, you know, so you won't have to eat right away. There are some things I've had that here before long, you're hungry. So it really didn't do you a lot of good. And I will say something else, people. Slim Fast. Meal replacement drink. They do. They have something in there that helps you not be hungry. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it for a fact because I tried a different brand of something, you know, to do a meal replacement because I got it on sale. I got it for a really good price, so I thought, oh, good. You know, it's protein and this and that and the other thing. But the point is, what happened? What's the point? I got hungry. That's the point. It didn't take very long when I was hungry, and I get sick when I'm hungry. No, so no. I know the difference because Slim Fast, I didn't get hungry for hours. Serious, I don't know what's in there. I guess if I read it enough, I would find out. But point is, I need to get off of here. It's almost an hour. And I tried that experiment, and then I didn't even tell them where to go. I just said, check out my channel. But you know, if they're seeing my Facebook page, they're seeing my movies because I keep posting them. Because all you got to do is tap on it and it'll take you to YouTube. Then you do need to tap on the speaker thing probably, and then also I don't know if you have to do the speaker, okay? But you do need to do the one where it says open the app, because otherwise you're just going to have part of the page. Imagine you would hear me though. So I don't know. Just click on it. And share me, please, okay? I know. But especially those papers in the beginning. I need to write a list of them. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take a picture of it and put it in my community is what it is. So if you have a way to check on my community, that's where posts are. They're not movies. Dum 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 doo doo dum. Mm-hmm. Only the lonely. What's the name of the song? Only the lonely know why. Do-do-do. I don't know the song, as you can tell. So, okie dokie. I just probably need to get off of here and get me something to eat before the house breaks out and other people. So, you guys take care. Be aware. go to my channel, check it out, go all over the place, because I've got over 600 videos. I think it's 660 really, but I said 650 because I didn't want to say too many. It's not bad for a year. I mean, a year and a couple months. What is this? This is September, so I started in July 16th, so July, August, September. So yeah, just 2 months. Yes, I don't know. I don't know sometimes what the truth is. So then you have to go on faith. And that's difficult. And I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about a human being. Is he real or is he not? But anyway, I can just go by my feelings. But sometimes they can lead you astray, you know? Because there are people who pray, P-R-E-Y, the elderly even, the elderly and the lonely. Yeah, not cool. And I hope all of you people out there doing that will get your up and comings, because you're ruining a lot of people's lives. Really sad. So any old hell, the best thing you can do is realize that God loves you and love yourself and do your best to learn. Everything that you learn, and I'm talking now going to reading books or whatever, everything that you take in that you don't want everything. You want to control what you take in. But my point is, what's in your head goes with you. Nothing else. You leave everything else behind, including your clothes. You don't have anything. You want to do good. You want to achieve sainthood. And really, what I will tell you about that is a Mormon belongs to the Church of Jesus Christ, okay? And in doing so, you are supposed to live your life like Christ. And anybody who says that a Mormon is not a Christian doesn't know anything. But so many people who claim to be Christians are not, because they don't know what it means. You believe in Jesus Christ, yeah, but you need to act like him. You know, if you see somebody who needs your help and you're able to help, then you need to help. Just saying, if you're trying to figure out what to do in your life that will make a difference in the next life, and if you have nothing else, you still have kindness, right? So you keep that in mind. And I'm going to say goodbye because I'm sweating to death. I'm going to have to go upstairs. I have an air conditioner in my room, so I can at least turn that on. But right now, I'm fixing to have water all over me. I might have to start taking more. I don't want to go to sleep, you know. That's the point. Gabapentin helps get rid of these hot flashes, but I think missing my pills has made a difference too. I missed my pills one day this week. And it's hot in here, so that makes a difference too. But anyway, what time is it? It's 1:04. So you guys have a great one. I'm glad, so glad, that I may be affecting some people. You know? I had one guy tell me, Noah, that he put a video out on YouTube, Come Walk with Noah. And he said that was due to you. So I'm glad. I think that's a wonderful thing. and trying to spread the word of God, and what that is love. And that's the only thing that's going to help us out. You know, there's certain things that's just going to happen. But to make your world better and our world better, we need to try to control some of it. You know, like in your home, you can kind of control what's going on in your home. You can't always, especially if you married the wrong person. But say you're alone, you can control. You can control what's on that TV. You can control what's on that radio. You can control who you hang out with. See what I'm saying? And if you marry the right person, you're going to be doing the same things, and you're going to be hanging together, and you're going to be watching each other's back and taking care of each other instead of fighting. So it's very important how you spend your time. And I need to get after it. I got to spend my time better too. I can't really help myself, seems like. Okay, because this channel has been a big, actually I guess a big part of my life for the last year. But I didn't start out doing videos every day, I don't think. I just kind of get carried away. But I just need to do better. And I love the Book of Mormon, you people. I mean, there are things in it I don't like, okay? But the thing that I do like, the most that I like, is that it lets you know who you are. And that there's a purpose to this life and where we're going. There's a lot of bad things in the Book of Mormon. Meaning killing. Killing, killing, killing. War. But there's sacred things there too, okay? You learn a lot of things that you're not going to learn anywhere else. And I told you guys this once before. I said, I know I'm supposed to leave. The Bible. I'm just going to show you a little analogy, okay? The Bible is the cake. The Book of Mormon is the icing on the cake. And they do go together. But there's things missing out of the Bible, and the Book of Mormon fills that up. Understanding? I mean, I don't know if you're understanding what I'm telling you, but the icing on the cake. I think that's an excellent analogy. And the children are home. So, I'm going to let you go. Love you guys. Really. And you guys love each other in a Christ-like, brotherly, sisterly manner. Okay? Save your bodies for that special, special one. Really. You'll be doing yourself a favor. Bye.